Woo. Woo-hoo-hoo. Cold, cold, cold. What's up, everybody? So, carving a horse. It is going to be a small, detailed horse. Luckily, I'm at the Chikai Ranch. I got a lot of references because it's a horse sanctuary here. So, what up? Welcome back, 2022. Here we go. Lots of snow. Now, I need to find a log, which is great because I'm gonna look through my offcut logs and try to find a big enough statue. So I was looking up horses, and this is kind of what I'm gonna do. Gotta turn this off. So I'm gonna do a rearing horse, something like this. And I'm gonna use just a perfect profile, use a projector, punch it up on there, and oh, shoot. That could work right there, except it, of course, is buried. Oh my gosh, pinched in, buried, you name it. Let's see if I can set this up here.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Okay, let's go. Projector. Okay, templated out, time to start blocking. This is about a 2 and a bit, 2 foot plus, a little bit tall, almost 2 across, maybe about a foot wide. And that's too thick. It's too wide right now, but we're not gonna think about that. Right now, we are gonna think about blocking. So right away, I'm gonna do this. Remove the big stuff. Probably a straight down cut all the way down to here. Straight down cut there, and I will cut out a little bit here. Not a ton. I want to push back as much as I can to show the horse and, you know, like push and make my skills, showcase your skill by pushing that and pushing the sculpture as far as you can. But it's going to be delicate down here, so you definitely have to be aware of it. So I'm going to focus on blocking out this part, cutting in the head, cutting out the shapes, and then starting to shape in the body. I'll take a big whack of this out once I have this all carved in, and I'll probably push this in too. So I mean, it's realistically gonna be about this, and maybe I should have did that first, but you know, I can always go from back here and just cut that down, but it's way too thick, and I don't know exactly. It's better to be too thick and then not thick enough, and then have to redo it all. So, you know, bigger is always better. We're gonna go that way, we're gonna figure it out, and then we're gonna get there, because I've never done this before, so let's go. Yeah! Son of a bitch. Wasn't expecting that. Lucky. So when you're doing a punch out like this, it's a little tricky. One thing to think about is when you have your pictures, you can look at finding your center line. Now, once I've got it kind of roughly blocked out, I start to find my center line, and it's like ice carving too, right? You punch in your template, you set your depths. So I've set my depths here, so now I've got the main. I gotta do the same thing here, and then I can then I can commit to thinning this in. So I know right here I got a couple inches here, so I gotta do a couple inches on this side, and then I gotta really start to shape in the body. But I've made my commitment, and once you do a commitment in the center line with the horse, and the center line in the paws, or in the legs, the front leg here, second leg here, you got your center here, center here. Now you've committed to, you know, where you're gonna be. So now I gotta start to think about recessing it in, closing in this thing, and then from there, I'll be able to continue punching it out, you know? And it's tricky. It takes time. It takes thought process, not rushing. Don't rush like I'm going fast, but I'm at the point now where I'm starting to slow down because I'm going, okay, now I gotta think about how am I gonna get this ear in? See, I stopped here. This was one thing I was just like, I'll just cut this all out, and then right at the last second, you can tell it's like almost depth. I was almost too deep. So, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. And yeah, and then we'll get there. Well, let's go figure this out. I'm gonna go look at the horses. Because you're mean, Boone. That's Boone. He's a rascal. I said rascal. But asshole does fit better. Come here, horsey. I need you. Carving a horse right now. Yeah. Hi, bud. Let me look at you. Yeah. It works. Okay, perfect. The neck's too thick. Gotta go back to the drawing board. Let's go. Ah, yeah. Too short, too thick. So gotta clean it up, tighten it up, get it thinned out more, and then just detail. So let's go into detail. We're gonna use Dremel. We're gonna use the Foredom. I'm gonna play around with the Foredom today. And you know, like when you're working these details in, you gotta just kind of give her, you don't have to go huge. Like once you have your form blocked out, then it's really about kind of nitpicking. And at this point in time, I'm already thinking about this grain, because I think I'm not gonna do like texturing. I'm gonna make this beautiful, and by beautiful I mean I'm gonna accentuate the grain. Now that's just gonna mean more sanding, but at the same time I gotta pick my big muscles and define them. Pick your power lines and your muscle lines, and pick the ones that are gonna work for you, and then begin to manipulate how and why you're making these grain choices. Like this is gonna look awesome. This will look amazing, like there's a change here. And this backside here is just gonna be phenomenal. I messed up here, but I can fix it. It's not too much. I thought the muscle structure was that way. But then, you know, like you just pull this off, gives it more strength. I left the tail super, super big because I wanna make sure that the strength is there, because this is very top heavy. But with all of this connecting it, that keeps this piece 3 points of contact, keeps it going. So let's get after it. Let's go. This is the final push, getting her done today. You. Okay, final detail time. Right now I'm just sanding it down. I'm gonna start getting it nice and smooth, put in the face details, and really focus on the eyes and the nose, because that's really what's gonna sell this piece. And look at this dusty old thing. Everybody on YouTube always says, Ryan, why don't you use Foredom? Well, we're gonna use Foredom. I've never really been a Foredom fan because I've never really used it. So I went and picked up I got an extra one, and I got this one. So now let's see how it goes. All right, let's go. Let's try out the new Foredom. Here we go. see. Woohoo! Nice. Nice.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.
Beautiful color. Woo-hoo-hoo!
We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Look at that green. Oh,
You and I, we got it.
beautiful.
We don't need no more.
Crazy green. Oh, it
Even
looks
in
awesome.
the hard times,
I love it.
you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets,
so
see the
cool.
moon. Side by side and through and through. No limit to what we can do.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're
I like
looking
that,
for
baby.
in life. Call us crazy,
Ho,
but
it don't
things
get
are
better than
finally
this.
right.
Ho, ho, ho.
You
In
and
the
I,
land of
the future
misfits.
is bright.